Welcome in on this Tuesday. Blue Sky Live here with this morning. I am at home. Neil is in the Clark Ford studio. A little early start. That is my fault today. Headed to ICC for some different events. We talked about those. If you're in the area, love to see you this afternoon. Book signing 1 o'clock. Live conversation 2:30 there on the Fulton campus. But we got a lot of Lane Kiffin to talk about. He was in a good mood yesterday. Talked yoga. Talked
Yeah.
Brett Venables on a question that I don't think was exactly at all the right context to what was said. But hey, got a good quote out of it. Got an answer. We'll hit that. We'll hit some other items here today. You guys are very sleepy if you did stay up for all 18 innings of a World Series game last night. Dodgers beating the Blue Jays 6-5 in Game 3, taking a 2-1 lead in the series. Freddie Freeman, a walk-off home run in the 18th to end that game. The Dodgers actually have played in the two longest World Series games in history, 18 innings
Oh,
for those. Little
they
little
play in
little
a lot of
tidbit
World
for you
Series,
there.
a lot of World
Well,
Series games for those Dodgers.
that's not wrong. Yeah, they've been there a time or two over the course of the years, and probably more coming. Maybe a work stoppage too with two more wins. So anyway, all that and more coming up. Blue Sky locations over the state of Mississippi, up and down I-55. They're out north Mississippi as well. They can take care of you on your travels or locally at home. Sweet Daddy's locations, catering, lunch specials, so many different options there for you with a Sweet Daddy's. Hey, you got Halloween on Friday. We always do like some soups and stuff. But maybe you want to get pork, want to get some ribs or something. Cater your Halloween that way, where it makes it easy for dinner on this Friday evening as it is time for that right now. So anyway, Blue Sky, Sweet Daddies, and more. And Neil's in the Clark Ford studio.
I am Clark Fords in Amory, Mississippi. 662-257-1900 is the number. Call it. Ask for my friend Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes. In business hours, it's right to the bottom line. There's no hassle. There's no haggle. You get your quote, and the rest is up to you. You can take that quote, get yourself into a Clark Ford. You can shop it around. You can do whatever you'd like to do. It's your prerogative. 662-257-1900. If you do get into a Clark Ford, you'll absolutely love the product. You'll love the service. Corey and the people at Clark Ford, they want to be your car guy. They want to be your truck guy. They'll prove to you what that means when you make the call. 662-257-1900. Guest will join this week on the Campbell Clinic hotline. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized orthopedic team in North Mississippi providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit campbellclinicoxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111.
No, I will not. Let's see. Rebel Gris saying you're going to sit in on an algebra class at ICC. No, not quite. By far, my worst subject. Math is not my strong suit. I've told this as I was trying to transfer to Ole Miss. I took an algebra test, and not that I like didn't take it and made it. I made a zero on an actual test where I was taking said test, and went to the professor, Linda Partlow. She has passed away. God bless her. She is amazing. She was amazing. She was a tennis coach, taught algebra, and I said, "Hey, look, we're just trying to move on here, okay? We're just trying to move on. Let's figure it out." And she basically said, "Hey, get a tutor, work a little bit, and we'll see what we can do." And ended up
Yeah.
with a C in the class. We got it done. She basically was like, "Hey, you're not trying to build rocket ships, right?" I was like, "I promise, I am never trying to build a rocket ship. We're good." So we made it through it. It's all good.
You sound like Carson right now. He's taking finite math, which is it's just a brutal class. Brutal for both of the
As
girls. Right?
opposed to infinite math.
Apparently, I beats me, man. I couldn't help.
Okay.
All I can do is pay for the tutoring, and I think it's a struggle. It's a war. He's not even really trying to capture the flag anymore. He's just trying to survive and get back on the plane. Just make it to the end. I told him, I
We're
said, hey,
not we're not trying to be a hero anymore. That's
yeah,
over.
that's
We're
what I
we're
told him today. I was like, hey, man, just keep sprinting to the finish line and see what happens. That's all you can do. Just don't quit. Just run through the tape and see where you are at the end.
The six says yesterday's Mac and Sisk was gold theater. Thought Neil and Tyler are about to lock up in the steel cage. What are y'all arguing about yesterday?
Well, we were doing the Brian Kelly thing.
All
And
right.
well, all right, so I say this, and I said it to Tyler on the show, and I'll say it out loud, and it's a compliment to him. He's a coach. In his heart of hearts, he's a coach. He knows a lot of these people. He thinks like a coach. He views it from a coaching perspective. And that is not an insult. It's an absolute, as you've said, resource for us.
Mm-hmm.
You've never coached college football, ever.
I'm not.
I haven't either. I coached one powder puff game at Ruston High School. That's the extent of my football coaching. To my knowledge, Jeffrey's never coached. I'm almost 1,000,000% positive that Rippy's coaching experience might include a powder puff game, and that is the extent of it. So we can't do what he's a resource for us. Now, where I think most coaches have blind spots, media have blind spots too, like so many. Holy shit. I mean, my God, at some of the aggregation journalism that is happening right now in our world, it's frighteningly bad. But I think coaches have a tendency when coaches get fired to rally the troops and defend the coaches. And he was like, A.J. McCarron, former Alabama quarterback, former NFL quarterback, current lieutenant governor.
Potential lieutenant governor, yes, that's correct.
State of Alabama. Agreed with me. My point was, A.J. asked Tyler, do you think he's going to get back into coaching? And Tyler was like, yeah, I think he can get it. I think he'll get a job. And I said, well, who's going to hire him? I mean, why? And so he was like, yeah, I think you could get a big job. And I said, so I named, and I hated that I pulled this one out, but I was thinking in my head, SEC jobs currently open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kentucky's not open yet. The one that's open, in addition to Florida and LSU, was Arkansas. And I said, Arkansas hiring? And he basically said Arkansas should. And I said, you couldn't sell that. That would be a horrible hire. You can't win at LSU, so you're going to go to Arkansas and win? And people take it as a fight. It'd be like if you and I had an argument in here. We're not we're not mad at each other. I don't care. I said, if I'm an Arkansas fan and they hire Brian Kelly, I'm out. I'm out. I mean, you're going to have to find somebody that knows how to maximize a roster. You're going to have to find somebody that knows how to get people excited. You're going to have to find somebody that makes people feel like, hey, this dude is really excited to be at Arkansas. Brian Kelly can't do that anymore.
I mean, think what that accent will be like in Fayetteville. I mean, whoa, boy.
What would you do?
Yeah.
What would you do? I mean, you can't sell that. I mean, if someone tried, if the person, all I said was, if I'm the guy in the room at Arkansas, hand-raised guy, I'm sitting in the room, we're talking about coaching, and someone goes, Brian Kelly, I'm like, you can't, I would have said, you can't do this.
Ole Miss is a far easier job than Arkansas, and if Lane Kiffin did leave and somebody said, hey, Ole Miss is replacing him with Brian Kelly, I'd go, oh, God.
Yeah, of course.
Ooh,
well,
what are we doing?
Someone sent me a thing and said, well, they hired John Calipari. And I said, John Calipari won a national championship. Apples to cantaloupes, man. I mean, you can think Calipari's washed up. That's fine. You can absolutely think that. He's got a national title on his resume. He took Memphis, I know it doesn't count, but I remember it, to the national championship.
Mario Chalmers 3 from a title, yes.
I mean, you can think what you want about John Calipari, but that's not a good example. He's won. Now, is he old? Sure. Does he seem a little behind the times? Yep.
Sure.
Does he have a big booster that's funding his basketball comp? Yes, he does. They're going to be good this year. They went to the Sweet 16 last year. I could sell it. You can't sell Brian Kelly at another SEC school. You were at LSU. LSU has all the tradition and the pageantry, and they get night games because the networks want them. They get players. They're in a talent-rich state. That's the only show in town. Nobody in Louisiana cares about ULL or ULM or Louisiana Tech or McNeese or Southern or and frankly, the only people that care about Tulane are people that went to Tulane, and those people typically are from all over the country, mostly from the north. So you're the only show in town. You've got Heismans, you've got national titles. Ed Orgeron assembled the greatest team in college football history at LSU, and he didn't win. You can love LSU, you can hate LSU. Everything that I just said is fact. He didn't win. He failed. And in addition, he's involved in a scandal at Notre Dame. Yesterday was the anniversary of it. Now
Oh,
he got
it's the
cleared
scandal is
legally.
the part. The scandal is the part we don't even, in some ways, consider enough in all this. I mean, it's just reprehensible when you get down to the brass tacks of what happened in that situation. But even taking that out, and look, I've spent about 10 seconds on this thought, so there's probably a hole in it. I tell you what he reminds me of when he leaves a place. His Houston nut. Like, I only really know one diehard Notre Dame fan, but the level of hatred that guy has for
Yep.
Brian Kelly and the love he has for Marcus Freeman not being Brian Kelly, I think is very indicative of that fan base. And
Yeah.
it's, oh my God, thank God you go, and then I want you to lose every game when you get there. You
Yeah.
son of a blah, blah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that
Yes.
was my point. And,
Real hatred.
And look, I mean, again, I want to make sure that this doesn't come across as me piling on Tyler at all. I have immense respect for that level of loyalty. I do. And he thinks Brian Kelly's a good coach. And look, he points out, and he's right, that Brian Kelly won a lot of games. It's my opinion that Brian Kelly won a lot of games against bad teams. But I could be wrong. I haven't studied it. I've only been around Brian Kelly a couple of times. I found him to be sort of off-putting and arrogant.
He has a certain resting face that comes off as arrogant too. And I know that isn't necessarily anything to hold against him, but there is something about even his body language. Because I mean, we didn't speak, but I saw him multiple times in Atlanta for SC Media Days when he was coming into the hotel and leaving and with his handlers and everything. And he does not in any way come off as a pleasant human being. In no way. He looks like he's ready to yell at a dog or a baby or something. Like, yeah. It doesn't work.
I've had really pleasant interactions with coaches that I don't cover, like Clark Lee, Shane Beamer, Jeff Lebby. I mean, the list kind of goes on, Mark Stoops. I mean, I have, you're like, good dude, good for them for making millions, right? I mean, I did open the show yesterday by saying, hey, it's a good day to be Brian Kelly. I mean, he don't worry about anything.
Well, Tom Marsh came out and said, whoa, why do you think he's going to mitigate that bad boy or come to some settlement? How about just $800K a month, buds? Okay,
I mean,
cool.
There's rumors that are out there. I don't know if they're true or not. The one thing, if he wants to coach again, he's probably best negotiating a lump sum payment and getting it done.
Oh, yeah. Move
on. But if he never wants to coach again, they're going to pay him $800,000 a month until the contract is up.
He and Jimbo can go play golf.
I mean, do the math, boys and girls.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet Chase could even get this one right at ICC and me with my ULM math. That's $9.6 million a year to not work. I can do it. So listen, anyone who would like for me to sign that contract today, I will cut myself in a vein that won't result in death.
If you want to do the direct deposit thing each month, that's great. I'm more than happy. But can I get a check where I can skip out to the mailbox on the 3rd of every month? Oh, woo!
Absolutely. Would it be possible just for you to send me the paperwork just each and every month? Because, that'd be a happy day. I always think about Bobby Bonilla when he walks out to the mailbox that day, every year. Just, hey, here I go. There's going to be a few $1,000,000 in my bag.
The coffee tastes a little better that day. The toast is perfect. Just, woo, here we go.
Oh, you walk outside and you go for a little stroll and you go, listen to the birds.
It's like somebody was mentioning Jimbo for a job of the day, and I'm like, why? Why?
I don't know. I mean, he apparently wants to get back in, and if I were someone in his life, I'd be like, hey, why? They're paying you to do nothing. You won.
Mm-hmm.
You go work on your wedge or something.
Ed Orgeron had that bad boy figured out.
Tell me which door and
when to walk out.
When to walk out. I will go with a smile on my face. Go Tigers.
Thank you, sir. I mean, Joe Oliva, you're my boy. Love you.
When the media says, how are you doing? I am great. I wish my successor nothing but the best. This is a beautiful LSU. Place. Wonderful, wonderful people. Go Tigers. I mean, yes. Absolutely. I'm telling you, I'm 55 years old. You gave me $96 million over the next or $54 million over the next 7 years. 7 years from now, I'm going to be a pretty good golfer. I'm just going to tell you that. I don't even like golf, and I will go play golf. I will go get me a little cart, drive around, hit a ball. I get good at it.
And if you don't,
I'd get in phenomenal shape. These guys that stay with it, what it tells me is they crave that limelight so much. And I'm wired differently. I would be completely fine, totally anonymous. Rich, not having to go to work, just go play some golf. Absolutely.
Means y'all had a good segment yesterday, though. That's what it means. Because we get that all the time. Hey, what are y'all so mad about? I'm like, what are you talking about? No idea. I don't know.
No,
I don't. You'll have to remind me.
Someone referred to it as a fight, and I'm like, we were not fighting. I promise you, there's no fight. I'm not. There's no animus. It's all good.
So,
sometimes you just have a disagreement of opinion, and it becomes not even heated. It just kind of becomes loud.
So a good bit to go through a little bit in Lane's comments yesterday. Spoke for a while, as I'm sure you figured out in what he said, what he meant, even if you didn't earlier in the day. So
that was a long transcript.
Yeah, bit of a transcription there. I mean, we got a lot of interns presented by the firm. We probably could find one that would do some transcription. I'm just saying. I mean, we got some options.
I'd probably pay them for that.
Okay, just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. A couple things. One, and you guys yell at me when I do this, so I'm almost like tensing as I say it. His tweet last night, I think he was just asking for a really good home crowd, guys, on Saturday night. Like, again, it's lame, so everything is over the top. Everything has like some smidgen of troll in there. Everything is a little more complicated than it should be. But the photoshopped photo of his family next to Chris's family and everybody at home and the little home emoji, I think at the crux of it, it was simply asking for the, quote, velvet ditch, as he referred to it, to be electric at the vault Saturday night. So that is my interpretation. Take of it what you will. I am but one person. To my knowledge, and it feels knowledgeable at the moment, I don't think Ole Miss is expecting a signature today. So
I would agree with that sentiment. I like Lane. I think Lane's funny. I think Lane's interesting. But I don't think that had anything to do with his long-term stuff. I really don't.
No.
I think Lane is wanting to have an electric atmosphere on Saturday night to help get his team a little more juice to avoid
one of what he needs to be 3.
Because let's be real, they have an open date next week. He's got to get through this game. It's the
open
end
of the end.
Yeah, Citadel Chase is an open date.
No, it's after Florida, isn't it?
No.
Sorry. I know what you mean. Okay, sorry, my bad. Yeah. We got 14 days for Florida after South Carolina. I get it. Okay,
they're gonna beat the Citadel unconscious.
They are, yes.
Okay, I mean they've got. This is what Lane I think is thinking, and I think he's right. If you look around the league, teams get a little tired, and that's when they get popped. South Carolina's not bad. I hear people going, man, they suck. I'm like, no, they don't. Nope, they're not winning, but that doesn't mean they suck. Lenore Sellers is a problem. Dylan Stewart is a problem. Nick Harbor is a big athlete. You got to be aware of where he is. They're not winning, and you should win the game. Vegas has you as a 13.5-point favorite. I think what Lane's trying to do is get just enough juice in that stadium to make sure that his team gets after it. And then they can survive that one. They turn around next Saturday. You play the Citadel at noon in a sleepy fried chicken
The Citadel
game.
has a 38-0 loss to Mercer on its schedule.
Yeah. And then after that, you got to get up 1 week for Florida. And then you get
10 days, break. 11 days or whatever.
Yeah. And then you get 13, a little break. Actually. And then 13 days. And then you go to Mississippi State and you try to win the game by 1 point.
Yeah.
That is.
Let your guard down, and that's how Buster Douglas ends up champ. I mean,
yeah. So they've come off 2 emotional games in a row at Georgia, at Oklahoma. He's begging for a home crowd to give his guys some juice. I think that's
One
what he
more.
was, based on my information, which is basically sourced away from Ole Miss. Chase's information is sourced close to Ole Miss. I don't anticipate any Lane Kiffin contract news for weeks. My opinion.
You
If
mentioned it
I'm
in what he said, what he
wrong,
meant, and it's like the most basic thing in the world. But I laugh every time he says he has home games left this season. I don't know why, but I can't not laugh every time he says it. And like, hey, be careful down there.
I,
But
I know. Every time he does it, I'm like, dude, you are just. The vision I have in my mind is like there's a rattlesnake over there.
well, they aren't a rattlesnake because they aren't good enough to be a rattlesnake, but they are some type of snake in there that you do have to deal with to some degree. Like, yeah, it's hey, it's probably okay, but just saying.
It's one of those deals where I look at it and go, I don't know why I'm poking this thing. Just let it be. Let's walk away. If I just mind my own business, it's not going to bite me. I don't know that Lane has that gene. You know what I mean?
Because it is. It's funny. It's really funny.
Like when God
And
gave Lane the football savant gene, I think he took away another gene. Like I think there was a trade. And I think the whole, hey, don't keep jabbing got taken away.
I mean, you're not wrong. Arkansas and Georgia and Missouri are on the way for Mississippi State. Got a couple thoughts on that, including one
All right.
interesting stat that we'll dive into in a minute. But we do that, I'm going to tell you about Northeast Spark, the fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available, whether you're streaming the Rebels or connecting with family and friends. They offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. To learn more, register for service. That's nespark.com. NeSpark, get connected, stay local.
We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. It's a different name, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, or the surrounding area, call Southern 662-429-4429. Oxford locals, Ole Miss families, if you need dry cleaning or laundry done right, Lapel's Dry Cleaning has you covered. Proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016. Lapel's takes care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters, everyday laundry. Even better, they offer free pickup and delivery to make life easier. Just call 662-638-3149 to be added to their pickup and delivery route, or visit them at 3010 Old Taylor Road, right across the street from the Mark Condominiums. Mention Rebels 24/7 or MPW Digital. Get 50% off your first order. Trust Lapels to keep you looking your best. We're brought to you by ENT Physicians of North Mississippi, as the largest private ENT practice in the state. Their goal is simple. It's delivering fast, expert, comprehensive care for patients of all ages with ENT, allergy, sinus, dizziness, balance, and voice-related needs, with same-day or next-day appointments with ENT urgent care for that annoying cough or sore throat, in-office CT scans, and same-day allergy testing, and access to their comprehensive audiology team offering a full range of services from hearing aids and custom hearing protection to potential surgical options. ENT Physicians of North Mississippi are committed to removing barriers to care. They now have new locations in New Albany and Starkville, in addition to Tupelo, Corinth, and more. Get more details at entnorthmississippi.com or call 662-844-6513. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with the personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Sego Wealth Management specializes in helping folks just like you come up with your retirement game plan. Whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting and see what he can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com.
I guess also brought to you by the Jackson Graber Group, GMFS Mortgage. That's John Graber, local trusted mortgage lender right here in town. Help all home buyers with first home, new construction, refinance, local in-house processing, Oxford High School grad, Ole Miss alum, servicing, construction department, wide range of loan options. Also licensed in multiple states. So if you're buying a home, refinancing, or have mortgage questions, check out gmfsmortgage.com/JGG 662-762-4502. And podcast brought to you by hornlegend.com. I got more goodies to give Neil next time I see him. You get some goodies
Oh
too.
yeah,
As the fall and the winter is here, select
that's
MPW Digital from the drop down. I would really appreciate that. The vests, sport shirts, the quarter zips, and plenty more, including that Realtree Galaxy hoodie that Lane has worn now multiple times at press conferences. They've got that in stock. You guys have been buying that bad boy up. So if you want that hoodie, it is right there available with hornlegend.com.
By the way, a lot of the Horn Legend Real Tree stuff is also available at College Corner in Oxford.
There you go. Okay.
There you go. The vests, by the way,
Uh huh.
are phenomenal. They're
You've
perfect.
been wearing the vest. Yeah, you've been up on the vest. That's
It's perfect. Like on these days
yeah.
where it's cool but it's not cold. It's fantastic. Love it. I love the way it looks. I mean, if I were a little fitter, it would look great on me, but it's awesome.
So Mississippi State to date has lost 16 straight, if I have this right, SEC games. Um,
They get the Hogs Saturday.
but yes, where I'm going. They have the Hogs
Okay.
on Saturday, and if they lose to Arkansas, they're probably going to lose the next two. They have Georgia in Starkville, and then they're at Missouri. It's going to be tough sledding in those two games. If that is true, they would be playing Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl at home to avoid tying the longest SEC losing streak for any team since 2003 at that point, 22 years. That would be tying the Chad Morris Arkansas Razorbacks that lost 20 straight from 17 to 20.
Ooh,
They
I,
sucked. They
boy,
sucked.
let me tell you. I remember I was in Fayetteville to see Campbell. It was 2019. She was a freshman. It was September, and they were losing to San Jose State in the second quarter. And I was getting her. She and I had gone to dinner, and I was getting her back to her dorm. And I was on the auspices of let's beat the traffic. Little did I know, the traffic was disgruntled Arkansas fans streaming out of that stadium in the second quarter. And I told Campbell, I looked at her and I said, "You're firing your coach."
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Who's our coach?" And I said, "Chad Morris," and he's fired. And sure enough, he didn't make it but a few more weeks. Oh,
She
man.
never learned Morris. Did she learn Musselman?
Yeah.
She knew
They
of
all,
Eric.
yeah, they like Muss because
Yeah.
so she knew Musselman for a couple of reasons. We'll be quick with this. He
Yeah.
was very good about getting on campus and going to fraternity and sorority houses. Great about
Mm-hmm.
it. And then his wife, Danielle, I think is her name,
Sounds right.
got involved with Chi Omega and
Okay.
did the program where she became an honorary Chi O kind of thing. And she did that the year that Campbell was rush chair. So Campbell was around her a good bit that summer, and I think got to know their family a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a weird cat, kind of. That's not a fair word. A little eccentric, but I think he's generally really good on campuses with connecting with young people.
I mean, he would have
Muscle.
survived had he just gotten that freaking academic thing up a little bit, and they avoided all the penalties from that. That's,
Yeah.
just saying.
But I think
So
he's one of those guys that always connects on campuses with students and stuff. So I mean, and look, that's part of the gig. Sometimes Beard's good about that. I mean,
mm-hmm.
that's part of the gig in basketball is you've got to get out and you got to go get the kids to get excited and come to your games and make sure they know that you have games and things of that nature. And unless you're just going to be awesome. And then
Chris, it was a small thing, but Chris is not stupid when he tells all the students to come down and take the photo after wins. I mean,
no, it's
it's part of the deal.
Yeah, when she was at Arkansas with Musselman there, they had a couple of Elite Eights. So that's you saw that at Ole Miss last year when they went to the Sweet 16. Everybody got into it. People, the tournament's fun. If you're on campus and your team's winning, the tournament's a blast. I mean, I'm not sure there's a more galvanizing, fun sporting event than the NCAA tournament for a college fan base.
So currently, State at 16, they are one loss away from tying a couple different Kentucky teams and an Arkansas team from 12 to 14 following Bobby Petrino. One more after that at 18 would be tying the 1997 to 98 or 99 South Carolina Gamecocks. They went winless and still filled up their stadium back then. That was kind of what they were always known for, is they still showed up. And then at 20, you've got that Arkansas team under Chad Morris. State lost 21 from 65 to 68. Vanderbilt lost 22 from 95 to 98. Vandy lost 23 from 2000 to 2003, and Vandy lost 33 from 76 to 81. So that is the three longest of the current members. And then there are the Sewanee. I don't know what their mascot is. Sewanee lost 36 prior to leaving the SEC. So
they took their ball and went home.
They literally took their ball and went home. Yes,
that was a mistake.
Well, I mean, it's Sewanee. They wouldn't be. I mean, I don't think they'd be active today. Now, Tulane and Georgia Tech, yes, mistake. Yeah. Dumb guys. Like I said, for all the statues that should be of Alfred Hume at Ole Miss or whatever his name is, you should be like throwing eggs at statues in Tulane and Georgia Tech. I mean, just.
Yeah. Come on.
Narrator, wrong decision.
Wrong decision, indeed.
Sewanee hit their 36 from 33 to 39 is when that occurred. So, all right, let's see what else we got. And when he said what he meant, we actually got a good bit. But yeah, he's lightly trolling Mississippi State with the home games. There's no doubt about that, because he just keeps doing it over and over and over again. It wasn't a one-time slip. Wicked Bruce says the Sewanee Tigers. I apologize. Okay.
Oh, is that right?
How about the word for it? Yeah.
Sure.
And then this Brett Venables deal. So I would love to know the actual answer, and I guess we could find out somehow. I haven't tried. I will play with it during the next break. But Neil, you were there. I was recording at the time, so I was not hearing this live. He was asked about Venables' comment that Venables had said Oklahoma played better or was the better team on Saturday. Is that a correct interpretation?
He said that Venables said that Venables thought they were the better team, and then he said something else, and I don't remember exactly, and it clearly perturbed Lane. You got to, if you
I'm going to read it in a minute. Yeah,
you want to see what makes Lane tick. You saw that he likes to trash talk and all that stuff on the field. I think because it gets his competitive juices going. I think he's an incredibly competitive human being, which if you want to know what Lane Kiffin's going to do, he's going to go to the place, Ole Miss included, where he thinks he can win the national title, because this guy handles and I don't mean this as an insult, Chase. You got a little bit of it, despite the fact that I think the question was a little misleading.
Here's the answer. I found it. Go ahead.
Okay, real quick.
Go ahead.
You got an insight into this man. People are always like, what's he mean? The trolling. No, forget all that. This answer tells you everything you need to know about what makes this guy tick. This guy craves winning. Craves it. Hates losing. Losing eats him up. Like, I think it produces that deal where I bet if I wore a ring on Lane Kiffin following a win and following a loss, the scores that I would get would be completely disparate. I mean, I think he still gets up in the morning and goes to yoga, but what do they call chakras? I bet they're off the next day. Like, this guy doesn't, none of this is an insult. This is just an observation after 6 years, and I swear I'm right. He's going to do what he thinks gives him the best chance to win, because I think winning makes him amazingly happy and losing makes him really
ferociously unhappy.
Yes.
From the Oklahoman, I felt like we were the better team, but at the end of the day, it's a game of performance and executing, and I thought they out-executed us. Brett Venables. That was the quote.
Okay. That was not properly conveyed.
Yes. I felt like we were the better team, but at the end of the day, it's a game of performance and executing, and I thought they out executed us.
Yes.
Lane's response. Interesting take. That's a hot take. He had a better team. I wouldn't have thought that people watching would say that. I felt like we wanted their place, and whether that as a head, and whether that as a head coach you would normally wish for and win by 8 points. And I think we left a lot out there. I think we should have won by a couple scores. So I don't know how he evaluated the game that they were the better team. I mean, we had way more yards, 21 first downs of 14. We played 87 plays of offense, and they had 1 sack and didn't force any turnovers. It's an interesting take, but whatever he needs to say. Maybe they had the better team last year, too, when we beat him. Maybe he had the better team in Oklahoma when we beat him 55-19 in the national championship. Maybe he had the better team at Clemson when we beat him 45-40 in the national championship at Alabama. So a nerve was struck. We will say nothing else.
Wow. I mean, he just kept going. I mean,
no, Brett is not in the group text. No way. Not in the group text.
No, not even a little. Yeah, no.
No. Do you think there's actual animus?
Well, I mean,
something's got to be behind that, right?
I just think it's just ferocious competitiveness. That's what I believe. I mean, I saw it. The one that really comes to mind that defines Lane Kiffin. And I think it defines him in so many ways. I wish there'd been a camera on it, although I'm glad for him there wasn't. It was in the late
Arkansas
third quarter of the Arkansas game. The kid got knocked out. Ole Miss was really, really digging into their tempo in that moment, trying to put the game away. And the DB goes down, and Lane's practically out on the field telling him to get up, get up. And then he realized, oh, he's hurt. And immediately that went away. Like it was a switch, hit a switch.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw the empathetic, compassionate, damn. I was yelling at this kid and he's hurt. He's really hurt. You saw all the sides of that guy, but he's just so competitive. Loves it. He loves competition. He craves the stage. Like that Saturday morning of the Georgia game, Chase, that dude was in his element, man. That's who he is. He craves that. It's why yesterday I saw some criticism of him talking about on Pat McAfee about it won't be about money. He's right. It won't be. Look, number one, it's easy to say that when you're rich and you're guaranteed to continue to be rich. But this isn't going to be a decision of, all right, here we go, highest bidder. Nope.
No.
Nope. That ain't it.
Yeah. I mean, Ole Miss prepared to be the highest bidder if needed, but yeah, that's not what's going to win or not. That's not the
1,000,000%. I mean, yeah. I mean, and when I say it's not about money, I mean two things. Number one, Ole Miss is not going to get outbid. This isn't going to be an auction where Ole Miss finally goes tap out. No, it's not what this is going to be at all. I just think his decision now and in the future is going to be about, as long as he's wired this way, where can I win? Just think he loves winning.
Ole Miss does go back to Oklahoma next year. Ole Miss's road games at Oklahoma, at Florida, at Texas, at Vanderbilt. The 4 road trips. The 4 home games, Missouri, Mississippi State, LSU, and Georgia.
5 home games.
5. Yeah, and Auburn.
And Auburn.
Yeah, there you go. A game currently scheduled at Charlotte that I believe will be played in Oxford.
Yes.
I just do. So.
Yeah.
I expect a neutral site opener and then a game at home against Charlotte.
Yes.
And I'm just saying it today, whatever.
I mean, I feel like being more specific right now but you know, restraint doesn't exactly pay off for us here lately.
No. Okay. Yeah. Those are the games.
I think we're gonna get the Hugh Freeze. I don't think the schedule has come out yet, but I mean, Auburn comes to Ole Miss. It's a world where Hugh Freeze comes to Ole Miss with the Grim Reaper right behind him.
You think Ole Miss has a chance to end Hugh next year?
I mean, depending on where it is on the schedule, yeah.
I mean, that's
I
not
think.
going to be a game Auburn's expected to win. So it's not like, hey, you had this catastrophic loss that's killing your season. But
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, see, Hugh battles a couple of things over there. The local perception, which is they should be the power. It's some of the stuff that the national media does with the whole little Ole Miss thing. It's just laziness. But it's perception that once was true. I think Hugh's going to get another year, barring terrible losses, because I think Auburn's looking at the landscape, going, we could actually do worse. I could be wrong, just what I kind of hear.
You know, Grind makes a good point here, and I actually agree with how the game went on Saturday. The fans were really great in Norman, home crowd. I think that Ole Miss and Oklahoma are going to grow to really like being permanent opponents of each other.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody was all annoyed by that. I think that's going to end up being a cool series. Now, look, it's only lasting for sure 4 years. They're going to reevaluate.
Yeah. I was in Norman on Friday night. Oh, believe it or not, was out and about. Saw some. I saw some Oxford kids that were out that are buddies with Carson. Saw an Ole Miss student. I mean, an Oklahoma student, Wilmot, whose dad Matt used to be the soccer coach at Ole Miss, is now the soccer coach at Oklahoma. There people were really having fun. I mean, Norman in that I think they call it college. I want to keep going college corner, but it's not it. Campus corner. That area is pretty cool. There was a lot of bars and restaurants, and a lot of people were out and they were having fun, and it was kind of rainy, and but it was fun. I mean, I think people had a really good time, and the game was early, but big crowd. I mean, it's a cool stadium. It's a beautiful stadium. It was, yeah. I thought it's a long drive, and I saw some Ole Miss people bitching about that, and I get it. It's a haul. Like, you always complain about the Arkansas trip. It's another 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
On 40. Just you get in Oklahoma and you're just like, okay, drive forever.
I'm not surprised their fans were awesome, because their fans were incredible. Like, their fans and media were awesome in Omaha that year when we were just hanging out for those days. I mean, they were great. It was good.
No, they're fun. Like I told you, I went over and saw Kerry Murdoch and Eddie and George Stoya and those guys, and our former colleagues. They're now at On 3. Those guys are great. I mean, I love those guys. They're fantastic. It was I had a great time. I like Oklahoma. I've been in Oklahoma a lot because of my brother, and then Thunder fandom with Carson, and I just like Oklahoma people. They're very nice.
You didn't take like a Trident or something to your meetup with Center Scoop? You didn't? We're not battling because they're on 3?
No, I like those guys. We had an interesting conversation. I think I told you they have purchased a area like, and they've built a studio that's going to be first rate. I mean, I'm following their progress with great interest.
It is a powder game, Avery. You're asking. No, it's 100% a powder game this week. And then, no, I did not see this Wicked Brew. Did you see Tennessee doesn't have a spot in their press box for the Sooners Spanish broadcast team this week? No,
I did, and then I watched the two radio networks kind of settle everything on social media, and I was like, can't you guys just have a phone call? I mean, do we really?
Did they really?
Oh yeah. It was, yeah. I accidentally stumbled upon it and then followed along.
We don't just pick up the phone and call anymore. Not if we can create an audience on X or somewhere to do it. It's the damnedest thing. So,
I mean, I try to.
Yeah, well, I didn't on the message board yesterday, so no, it's fine. All right, let's see.
Phone yesterday and tried to settle some things. You did.
Walker Jones on the podcast tomorrow morning, by the way. We'll have him in the second segment, talk some Grove Collective stuff and more. So just heads up with that as we get into the 8:30 range, tomorrow for Walker's appearance here on the Chemical Clinic Hotline and MTW Digital, Blue Sky Live. In the meantime, telling you about the firm, because so if your home and auto insurance rates keep going up, let those folks, Proud Liberty Mutual and Safeco Insurance Agency partner, take a look. Founded by Ole Miss alum Brian Hayden, they service the entire Southeastern Conference. Team of licensed professionals review your insurance needs and put together coverages to protect you and your family without breaking the bank. Schedule a consultation, 662-236-1101. Staff at thefirmsouth.com. That's 662-236-1101. Staff at thefirmsouth.com.
We're brought to you by Arnett's Fine Jewelry. It's fourth generation jeweler. Listen, it's no, the calendar turns to November on Saturday. It's been my experience that the calendar, once it turns again, is December, which means Christmas. So if you are already starting your holiday shopping, I did some of my holiday shopping on Friday in Oklahoma City. I already got 3 Christmas presents purchased on Friday. So you, if you're thinking about jewelry, if you got some jewelry needs in your world and you're coming to Oxford, stop by Arnett's Fine Jewelry right there on North Lamar in the old Lamons building. They've got everything you're looking for. I'm not going to list it all. They've got it all. And they want to be your jeweler. Great for Christmas, so keep them in mind. Chase mentions powder. It's a powder game Saturday night. It's going to be chilly in the low 40s, I think. Clear day. Beautiful day. I'm not even a Grove person. I would go to the Grove. It's going to be nice. You won't be all sweaty. But that night, you might get a little chilly.
If you want to go. I mean, if you really want to go, we can work it out for you. I mean, hold on. You said you would go. Hold on. I mean,
I did, but I think that's likely not a wise idea on my part. So I will continue just to let discretion be the better part of valor. But thank you.
Right.
But if I were going, I would make sure that I had a quarter zip, a hoodie. Got you a little chilly in the stadium. They got plenty of powder gear, all the quarter zips, hoodies, etc. that you could want in all the name brands that you love: Horn Legend, Nike, Champion, Antigua, just to name a few. Got College Corner Store as well, so keep that in mind as you get ready for the weekends ahead. We're brought to you by Kaiser Flooring. People at Kaiser did a fantastic job in my home. We pulled out the carpets. They were gross. Put the new flooring down. It looks fantastic. They did a great job with it. It also, they can do it for you too. They communicate incredibly well. I don't know about your world, the world that you live in, where it's hard to find people who communicate well, who tell you when they're coming and then show up on time and those kinds of things. Kaiser was fantastic about it with us. They'll be that way with you too. All sorts of flooring needs, you can get them settled at Kaiser Flooring. It's kaiserflooring.com, locations in Oxford and Batesville. This is the final week to register your little one for youth basketball with the Oxford Park Commission. The final day of registration is Sunday, this Sunday, November the 2nd. Basketball is open for both boys and girls, ages 7 to 15. League play will run from January 5th to February the 19th. The games are played in both indoor centers on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights. No more than 2 games in a week for teams. You can sign up through your OPC website account or visit them in person Fridays from 8 a.m. to 5, both through Friday. Says that today through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to register in person.
Podcast is brought to you by New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions. That's newaubanypharmacy.com, 140 Fairfield Drive in New Albany. You can contact them, 662-539-7777. Family-owned pharmacy with excellent service, wide range of gifts for all ages, home decor, jewelry, and much more. Told you heard about them from MPW Digital. Get 15% off any non-medical purchase, again, in Union County. That's newaubanypharmacy.com. Yeah, I was looking for the betting odds change. I see Drinkwitz is the favorite now at Florida, but I'm having a hard time finding the actual numbers while we're talking. But I did see that somewhere that reported that Drinkwitz is now the favorite if you would like to bet on it. So
yeah, I saw that, and
I don't know what to make of it. If I'm
I don't know what to make of it. I will say this to you. I think you'll agree, Chase. I don't ignore it when it's Vegas. I don't ignore it when it's Vegas. I I don't write it in blood, but I don't ignore it. Somebody heard something that had enough validity to them that it moved betting lines.
Correct.
That's what it means. That part's undeniable. Now, what did they hear? Who did they hear it from? How valid is it? Those are questions I don't know the answers to.
So Drinkwitz minus 105, meaning more than a coin flip, just barely toward being the next head coach at Florida. James Franklin plus 200, so 2-1 odds on him. Kiffin 3-1 now from falling from clearly the betting favorite prior to this shift. I think Summerall spent a minute in there, but he's completely almost off the board now. Jed Fish plus 900, Jeff Brom 1,000, and Alec Golesh plus 1,200 on that. Summerall is, however, the betting favorite to be the next LSU Tigers head coach as of this morning, plus 150.
Yep.
Again, plus 150, so slight underdog there for Summerall, plus 200 for Brady, plus 400 for Kiffin, 600 for Franklin, Drinkwitz at 800, and Brom plus 1,200.
I'm going to give John Talty credit because he wrote it yesterday. I've been writing it, so I'll give myself credit, I suppose. But nobody's going to read the way that media does today. I think, Chase, you'll agree with this, is the national people still look down their noses at team site people. Oh, you're just a bunch of fans. And for 95% of the case, that's true. I keep writing this, and I keep saying it, and nobody, until John Talty yesterday, I'm not saying Lane Kiffin won't go to Florida. I'm not saying Lane Kiffin won't go to LSU. I am asking a simple question, which is, how long will those schools wait? Because if Ole Miss makes the playoffs, they're playing a game on December 19th or 20th. If they win that game, win the game will start 0-0, Q1, 15-0-0. They're going to flip a coin. Someone's going to kick a ball out of the end zone, and away we go, right? If Ole Miss wins that game, they'll play again probably on January the 1st. Where once again, they'll reset the clock, the whole thing. They'll flip another coin. Presumably it won't be the same coin. And they'll play another game. And there's a world in which Ole Miss wins that game.
Yeah.
And then they play again on January the 8th or 9th. How long will you wait? Eli Drinkwitz's season is going to be done on the Saturday after Thanksgiving when they play Arkansas in Fayetteville. That game will end. They will start that game in Fayetteville. It'll be 0-0, and they'll flip a coin, and Tusk will come out in his cage and all that stuff. And then when they finish, Arkansas is going to go hire a coach, and Eli Drinkwitz is going to have some time off. And if he wants to take the Florida job, he can take it the next day.
Arkansas is the betting. Go ahead, finish.
There's a big difference. I keep asking that of people. That's a month. It's potentially more than a month, which includes your high school thing, which includes the beginning of the portal. I mean, if Ole Miss makes the playoffs, you have to really do two things. You have to really want Lane Kiffin, and you have to really trust Lane Kiffin won't change his mind.
Yeah.
Because he's not signing an MOU.
Oh, God, no.
So you have to believe that he won't change his mind, that this guy who is an emotional guy, and I mean that nicely, I'm an emotional person. I'm not making fun at all. I'm just being honest. You can see that Lane Kiffin's an emotional person. What if he changes his mind? What if, let's just say hypothetically, he says to himself, I'm going to Florida. Okay, just play this out. I'm going to Florida, but I'm coaching this team, and then this team goes 11-1. They get the 6th seed and they play 11th seeded, help me, Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
And they win. A dramatic game. Vaught Hemingway would be like you've never seen it before.
Then they play Miami in the Peach Bowl.
And they win this dramatic game that's emotional and draining, and then they go spend 5 days in New Orleans or Dallas, and they play Miami, and it's a shootout, and they win. And then 8 days later, they lose to Oregon or Ohio State, and his kids play really, really hard. And he kind of, you're telling me he's just going to walk away at that point? I don't know. If I were Florida or LSU, I'd be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's much easier to hire somebody who's available.
Again, we saw Hugh Freeze do the same thing with far less stakes. Gainesville and then not. So just saying.
Literally,
it happened.
He was leaving.
Yeah.
He was leaving the Friday night before the Egg Bowl. He was going to Florida. He goes and coaches the game. His kids play really hard. It's this emotional game against Mississippi State, and they win. And he's hugging his family. I mean, all jokes aside, he's hugging his family and all these Mississippi people and all that Mississippi stuff boiled up in him. And I don't mean that as a negative. I just mean it's a real thing. It's what happened. And all of a sudden he goes, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah. And in the hypothetical world we're talking about, Doors is right. Maybe Chambliss is in freaking New York and Kiffin's up there wearing a suit and hanging out with folks for the freaking Heisman Trophy. I mean, I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah.
And I told you, I mean, if Lane goes 11-1, unless Clark Lee also goes 11-1,
mm-hmm.
If Clark Lee goes 11-1, he is going to win the Intergalactic Coach of the Century Award. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they're going to give him a crown, the scepter, the whole thing, and he will have deserved it. Otherwise, if Lane's 11-1, he's SEC Coach of the Year. He's got all this stuff. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. I'm not sitting here telling you he's staying. I have no reason to say that to you today. I'm just going to be honest. But the timing is problematic for the other schools.
Arkansas next coach, Rhett Lashley plus 300, Ryan Silverfield plus 400, Petrino at plus 500, Sumrall at 6. Not the worst bet there. Brian Kelly at plus 6 as well.
No way.
And then the guy at Texas State, I can't remember his name. He's at plus 700. So,
who is at Texas State?
GJ Kinney or whatever his name is.
Yeah. I've heard his name a little.
Yeah. Joe Brady is the betting favorite at Penn State, by the way.
Is that right?
Yep. Slightly over Matt Rule. Just slightly.
If Arkansas loses Saturday, I think I might bet heavily on Lashley.
Okay.
If Arkansas wins on Saturday, depending on what happens with LSU, I think I'd go a different direction.
Jed Fish, the favorite at UCLA, plus 300 over Jonathan Smith, plus 400, Kenny Dillingham, 600, and on down the list. By the way, Dion's on that thing down board. Did you see what Colorado did? How bad they got beat by Utah on Saturday? Did you follow this?
Yeah. It's almost like it's not working.
They had negative 18 total yards at halftime, and they were down 40-0.
Yeah, it's almost like it's just falling apart.
Yeah,
it's almost like doing it that way doesn't work.
I'm shocked. Really
I
blown away by the
shock
results.
on your face. I can see the shock on your face. I'm hoping you can recover in time to drive to Fulton.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming today.
I'm a little concerned about your mental state right now, your level of shock.
Yes. Would Matt Rule take the Missouri job? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't. Did that one loss do that much damage? Because Tim Skipper's not even on the list for UCLA.
Yeah, I think they're going. I think they're going to do the right thing, not make an emotional decision, and start over. Now, without funding, it doesn't matter. But
correct.
You know, it's like at Arkansas. There's still people that are like, hey, maybe we could keep Bobby Petrino on as the OC. If I'm the guy in the room, I'm going, why? Let's cut our losses, admit we screwed it up, hire a new guy, put our full support behind him, fresh start, rip out the carpets, the whole deal. Let's call the people at Kaiser. Let's put in new flooring. Let's make it look better here. Let's do this. Put a new coat of paint on the building. Let's air it out. You know what I mean?
Um, Peyton, real quick in the stream. No, today's not the last book signing. Doing Mistletoe Market next week in Jackson. I think Wednesday night. That's courtesy and thanks to Scott Wern, College Corner, helping out with that one. So that is next week. And then we're in Memphis at Novel, and I'm doing really bad PR right now because I do not remember the date. It's later in November, but I will let you know. But there's that. Always Sharpies on gloss books. I would prefer a pen, but you can't. A pen will not stay on a gloss cover page. So no,
Uh,
it has to be a Sharpie.
sure.
Yes. hmm Square Books was big into the blue Sharpie. Had to use the blue one. I prefer the black, so I have those with me today that I will take with me.
Uh,
I think
Leif,
anybody making what?
Sam Pittman agrees with you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, it's not a 0 or 100. Everybody's trying to read into Lane's words too much, but I think you had a good point in what he said, what he meant of you probably got warm and fuzzies and a little bit of when he was discussing Keith and Glenn and all that answer on Monday afternoon.
Yeah. I will say this. If I were advising Lane Kiffin, and I'm not, he will not call me for advice. The one thing I would tell him is if you're seriously considering leaving, you need to make sure that you and the people around you do your homework on who you're working for. Because I don't know that you'll ever have the synergy and the just almost blind support. And he's earned it, by the way. I mean, Lane's won big at Ole Miss. On his way to another 10 win season. 10-win seasons at Ole Miss not so long ago were fantasy land. Let's be real.
We have covered years where you guys went, hey, just get us to 7 and let us show up and have a good time over the course of the season.
100%. 100%. We are not far removed from an era where at Ole Miss, 10 wins in a season was a fantasy. Is that fair?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Because I don't want to get killed later.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
All right. He's about to do it for the 4th time in 5 years. And the one time that he didn't do it, they were 8-1.
They were 7
before it fell apart. Right. So he's earned it. That said, I don't know that a person wired the way Lane Kiffin is wired, and again, I don't mean that as a criticism at all, could have a better hierarchy than Keith Carter and Glenn Boyce. I don't know that you could find it. Literally, I don't know that you could go find 2 humans on the face of the earth that would fit the spots better. It's something he needs to be. If I were advising him, I'd be like, hey, think about this for a minute. Make sure, because once you leave this, you're going to get into a different dynamic. And Lane's 51 years old, 51. I say this as a 50-something-year-old guy. We're not changing much at this point. Like, I'm sure the women out there are 18% that have men in their lives. If they're in their 40s or 50s, they're shaking their heads right now going, yeah, you ain't changing.
Look.
Like, if you're one of those guys that forgets the bath mat, you forget to pick the bath mat up, you leave your socks laying around. I get made fun of for leaving shoes laying around. I mean, the odds are it's just going to be something you have to put up with, right? I mean, I try to fix it, but I forget. Lane's not changing much.
Look, Florida doesn't have a president right now. Scott Strickland is not going to get to make another AD hire, and coach hire, and it's frankly amazing he's getting to make this one to whatever level that he's the figurehead to be making this one. LSU just had the governor involved and has more power than the athletics director, who does no power right now. And I've written it. It was in the big story the very first day that I took the job at 24/7. It is underrated only in that it cannot be overrated what the support in the Lyceum or whatever the building the president lives in at that respective school, not lives in, but works in at that respective school, means for the athletic department as an institution, it is impossible to overstate the level of importance that is. Because even if your athletics department is fully in the right direction, your collective's in the right direction, you get the wrong president, the wrong chancellor, and all that shit doesn't mean anything. It's all done right there.
It's one of the biggest reasons that Vanderbilt is having a renaissance in football right now. For the first time in 1,462.8 years, the administration at that school is pulling in the same direction as the football program.
Yes.
I mean, Clark's done an amazing job. He has put together an incredible staff. They have a fascinating person at quarterback that the team has rallied around. There's a lot there, but they also have administrative support that Clark's predecessors did not have. And look, in fairness to Hugh Freeze, words that I don't say often, Hugh did not have this level of support.
He did not.
In fairness to Houston Nutt, words that I never thought I'd say. He did not have this level of support.
No, Jeffrey Vitter was the chancellor here within the last how many ever years. So
I mean, this is in fairness to those people who Houston hates me, and I don't know about Hugh. We're whatever. When Arkansas lost to Auburn the other day, I was reminded in the family chat how much some people in my family despise him. Like to the fact that it kind of like stopped me for a minute. But they didn't have the level of support that Lane has from those spots.
No.
Where, I'm sure there are moments where the Kiffin administration, if you will, has asked for things where the people in the athletic building go, oh my God. But they do it.
Yeah.
And a chancellor that just, to my knowledge, makes sure that the weight of his office is behind going in the same direction with Kiffin.
Yeah.
Where you're always kicking with the wind, not into the wind.
Yeah, no, completely agree. So, all right, we'll continue in a second. First, Chicory Market, chicorymarket.com, located right there on North Lamar in Oxford, Midtown Shopping Center. Look, just head in, walk around. You'll see tons of items that you can't get anywhere else. The prices have gotten even better there with the Chicory Market. Browse. You're going to pick up local produce. You can go ahead and get the turkey reserved for Thanksgiving. And while you're in there, stop by the counter at Johnson Hill Creamery, johnsonhillcreamery.com. They're still taking orders today for South Carolina this weekend. So look, head on in, call ahead, go to the website, chicorymarket.com, johnsonhillcreamery.com. You'll find plenty in the food space that can take care of you. If you live here, stock in your Airbnb, whatever you need. Again, that's chicorymarket.com.
Since its inception in 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed in the same tradition of the original 150-year-old recipe. There's not many ad reads that have ever made me feel this happy, Chase. Banquet is crafted with 100% Rocky Mountain water, so when you're enjoying a banquet, you're drinking history. Look, I can't tell you guys how to tailgate. Do what you want to do. I tried to tell you, hey, you might want to take a quarter zip or a hoodie with you. But this would be a perfect day. 60 degrees and sunny. That's a perfect day for a Coors. Coors Banquet, pull that out. I got to pour it into a solo cup, right? Can't have the glass because rules. But fantastic. That's my recommendation. They got cans, the whole deal. Get you some Coors Banquet. Be like nostalgic at the same time. That's what I would advise for how to spend your Saturday. But it's up to you. Not my world. Get you some Coors. When you work with Agent Welt's 401k advisory services, you gain a valuable advisory team and time-saving resource that will help you develop and maintain a solid strategy for your retirement plan. They're committed to providing you with the personalized attention and involvement that you want and need. The goal is to manage your 401k plan properly and ultimately improve your employees' retirement readiness. It's myargentwealth.com. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy's adding some Coors Banquet to the tailgate. That's the way to be. Brought to you by Regency Travel. John Edwards. You're thinking about a holiday trip, still got some time. Got several weeks to plan a holiday trip. If you're planning your summer vacation and you're like, hey, we're going to do the big one this summer. We're going to go to Europe or we're going to do something different. We want it to create a lifetime of unique memories. Get in touch with John. He will help you immensely. Give him some parameters. Give him a budget. He's going to come up with some options that you're not going to find anywhere else. 901-494-3387 or jedwards@regencytravel.net. Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental is here to help you achieve your smile goals. It's corinthdental.com. I'll have a mailbag to you tomorrow. It's brought to you by my friend Art Hayes, Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's to work for you. As a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask him how. 612-805-5929 or email Art at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com. And if you're looking for your new favorite Ole Miss hat, highly recommend Hovey hats. They're high-quality headwear that will have your friends asking where you got them. Take a look at their collection of Ole Miss hats at Hovey, Hovi, drygoods.com. Grab your new favorite hat at hoveydrygoods.com. Made for Rebs by Rebs.
Also worth mentioning here, and this goes beyond the message board stuff from yesterday or the one large donation, is Ole Miss is headed toward a really big fiscal record year, and the foundation has done a really good job of giving perks and reasons and getting people involved and capitalizing off the winning. So that is a huge part of that. I mean, in this world more than any other, you do need money here, and that there are a lot of people giving that people don't know their names and large amounts, and it is there's a lot of momentum from a foundation place right now for Ole Miss. So I was actually talking to somebody about that this morning. Yeah, I just found the old 4%er items and put that in the link. We can update that to 18 or 19 or whatever it is. We can get there, get that updated. That logo's not bad for the 4%ers. It's okay.
Grind's right, by the way. Coors is an any-season beer. It's an any-season beer.
Oh, it definitely is. Yeah.
On a hot day, Coors is fantastic. But I'm just telling you, these late fall days, you just can't beat it. I'm totally serious. I mean, you saw me on Saturday. That was my go-to.
You did have it right there ready to go for the post game as soon as we were getting going.
I did. Turned out to be a smart move.
A fortuitous decision. Serendipitous, if you will.
Serendipitous. Yes, sir.
Yes. But it wasn't an accident because you chose Coors. It was not an accident. So.
I like Coors a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Tupelo, good point here. I keep hearing about Florida's resources. Weren't they the school that couldn't fulfill Rashada's financial commitment? Yes, they are a cluster when it comes to their administration and getting everything in one direction. Like, it doesn't happen there. I mean, but they're the guy that used to be really attractive that's gained 60 pounds and looks in the mirror and goes, nope, I can still pull it. Not me. It's your fault. They don't understand what they're choosing to not get with me. That's where they are. Maybe they fix it. Maybe they don't. But no, it's been a cluster. It's been awful. Just 6-pack of Coors and a 12-count of Wendy's Nuggets. Hell of a tailgate. Well, hey.
That's true. Hey. That check at the end of that campaign was nice. I enjoyed it.
I will be forever grateful to Twisted Tea. Okay, look. I mean, I'm just saying. Twisted Tea. Amen. The party gallons, the whole deal.
Absolutely. Fond memories. I don't know what's going to happen with the whole Kiffin thing. I don't. But
it's where you should have faith in your institution to figure it out one way or the other.
I know two
more than
things.
ever before.
From an Ole Miss perspective, following Ole Miss, knowing people at Ole Miss, just observing, Ole Miss is doing absolutely everything it can do to keep him.
Yes.
And that's all you can do. It's all you can do. You know, you want the girl to like you. All you can do is put your best foot forward. When you meet family, be on your best behavior, right? I mean, that's all you can do. I mean, it's illegal to kidnap her and drag her to the aisle and put a gun to her head and make her say yes. I mean, it doesn't work like that. So you just have to put your best foot forward, and Ole Miss is, and that's all you can do.
I saw this quote as we close. I kind of laughed a little bit. Or Neil's boy, Aroldis Chapman, he ripped the New York Yankees in a recent podcast. He's obviously coming off a nice season with the Boston Red Sox. He was asked if he would ever rejoin the Yankees, who he played 7 seasons for from 16 to 22. No way, not even dead. If I were told I was being traded to New York, I'd pack my things and go home. I'll retire right on the spot if that happens. I'm not crazy, never again.
Oh,
So he was beloved in Chicago for a fall in 16.
boy, wasn't he? This is right around the
Meeting him
time
there at one point.
all the Cubs accounts start going on this day in 2016, and I
Uh-huh.
fall for it every year. I start watching the videos, and I'm like, oh, that was great. What a moment.
Woo! Here we go.
Oh, you get the warm fuzzies, man. I mean, Kyle Schwarber coming back from injury and getting the hits in game 2. And I think today is the 9-year anniversary of the day that Carson and I drove up to Chicago for game 3.
Was it?
I'm almost positive. Or today may have been the 9-year anniversary of game 3.
Today is the anniversary of Game 3, October 28, 2016, a 1-0 win for the Indians.
Yeah, what a day. What a cool day in my life. I mean, Carson was just old enough to appreciate it. He had just turned 10. He wanted to go. I told him I'd get him a World Series jersey. We went and got a jersey. Chicago was just packed. We got to Wrigley like at 2 in the air, Wrigleyville around 1 o'clock, 1:30. We found a place to grab something to eat. I went and got a coffee. We went into the stadium as soon as it opened, and it was just really a cool day. I mean, what a cool day. Javier Baez just missed in the 9th inning. He fouled one. You're a baseball guy. You know what I mean. Straight back. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Base hit wins.
Oh, if he hits that ball, Chase, it's because the wind was blowing out that night. If he hits that ball, it's a grand slam, and that we may have died in the rubble.
Yeah.
But it was and then I got up that early that next morning, God, and drove all the way back to Oxford to cover Ole Miss Auburn, which was a late afternoon game.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But that was what a cool experience.
Yeah. Probably look at some NFL tomorrow with you. Again, we'll have Walker in the middle of the show, but probably some NFL tomorrow. I got a few things we did not get to today, and then we'll see what comes out of college football, where every day now is something. So we will pick that up for you guys. Appreciate everybody in the stream that was here with us early for this start. Hope maybe I'll see some of you later today. And as we move forward into the fall. So Ole Miss, South Carolina, 6 o'clock Saturday from Baldwin Stadium. More on the Gamecocks as the week goes on. Rebels 24/7, MPBW Digital. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.